think our fluke shots. Grab a new one. This guy said, "Ah, crap cast, Debo." Boy, he's upset about it too. I will take some chunks like that. Good morning, fishing friends. Welcome to another episode. Been waiting here for I don't know, 15 minutes. Gonna meet Randizzle. He's right on time, baby. Nowhere to be seen. So enough of me sitting. I'm gonna get out the gear, get ready here, and go fishing. Hopefully we can find a few on the frog today. I don't know. Who knows what else we'll have in the store for us. I know I'm definitely gonna have to be razzing Randizzle because he's like, I'm gonna beat you there. But yeah. Finally we got one. Hey, it feels like a good fish. Pulling a little drag on me, dogging me out there. Only got 10-pound line on, so I'm not going to try to horse it too bad. By golly, first one of the day, feels not bad. Old Dizzle's still sleeping in, been here a half hour. He should have been here, oh, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. Gosh, this thing is running straight over here into the weeds. Oh my gosh, he's got me stuck in here. What is this? This might be a pike. Oh my gosh. What in the heck? Oh, there was two with it. Oh my gosh, there was two fish with it. Alrighty, well, that's not bad for a first fish of the day. Oh, Dizzle. Golly, look at that thing. Short, stocky little chub. Oh my goodness. A non-Debo dink to start out the day. I will take it. I'll take it. All right, 3 pounds, 4 ounces. 3 1/4 for first fish of the day. That's not bad. Look at how chunky that thing is. Give him just a little toss here. Fluke again. Anytime they're chasing bait fish, man, the fluke is such a hard one to beat. And it's one that I tend to overthink, you know, automatically go to the stick bait, but look at that. Well, we still got stuff jumping out here. There's all kinds of submerged grass and vegetation, little round leaf stuff mixed in with grassy stuff and some coontail type stuff. I don't even know what all this stuff is called, but looks like they're just out here cruising the deeper edges where this stuff drops off. Well, we went from 3 1/4 to the Debo dink of the week. Not a moose, not even a pound fish. Dinks of dinks. Oh, little feller, thanks. Oh, little dude by the grass. Find me another big one. There's one, finally. Quite a lull there, stay down. Another little dude. That's all right. It's another fish. Another clue, eating bait. He's an upgrade from the dink of the week, at least. This is a pounder. Okay, the fluke. Well, yeah, one of those that gets forgot about. By me anyway, not by everybody, but by me. I should really do a fluke versus stick bait vidya after dropping this one, because people ask me all the time, when do you throw a fluke versus a stick bait? There you go. Throw a fluke today. That's when. Think our fluke shots. Grab a new one. There it is. Not a secret. It's Tennessee shad. Killer around here. Absolutely love these. Oh, I don't have many left. Better restock. A little Zoom super salty fluke Tennessee shad, baby. Not a special rig here. A couple feet up, I did put a swivel just to prevent line twist. I did go with straight. This is actually a copolymer on here. Rig that up in the nose just a little bit farther than I normally would, because this is a 3/0 EWG hook and I want it to kind of cover that knot right there. Use my thumb to mark where that's going to go, right there in the belly. Come straight through the back so it's rigged nice. T-expose it and you got a nice looking little fluke. That swivel, if you're running like fluorocarbon or any type of nylon line, mono, anything like that, putting a swivel on there just helps with line twists. Otherwise you'll end up twisting and getting twisty wind knot looking things in there, and it's just a pain in the butt. I don't normally get that when I run braid to like a leader, like a six foot fluorocarbon leader or whatever, but you could do it that way too and just tie your braid straight to the swivel, then tie your leader on there. Oh my gosh, well, thought we had the dink of the week earlier. Appears that was false. That's a dinkier dink than the previous dink that we had. There he goes. Battery died. Reeling it back in. My goodness, a ferocious dink had grabbed it. Okay, more 3-pounders. Last Debo dinks. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate catching the Debo dinks, but it kind of sets a standard when your first fish is 3 1/4. The lake's like, oh look, I'm full of big fish I'm gonna produce today. And you're like, oh great, well I've caught dinks after that. What's going on here? Oh my gosh, I made a crap cast. Somehow I got a knot in my line after I just said, oh yeah, use a swivel, you won't get knots in your line, buddy. It's tough when you're working a fluke like that because it wants to twist and curl, and sometimes it doesn't go on your reel perfectly tight. This guy said, oh, crap cast, Debo. I'll take that. There we go. Oh, pounder. Not even a pounder. Find grass, make crap cast by grass, catch fish. Okay, well, good signs. I can still see stuff out there jumping and hopping and chasing fish. One would think there'd be more out here to catch. Just check the time. It's 8 o'clock. I was here at 6:15, so you know it's been a little bit here. Caught a few fish, lost a couple little ones. It's crazy, for as much fish activity, I really thought that, oh, just as I said that, let's say I really thought I'd have more fish. Well, the old dinks have gotten hungry for the fluke. Like I said, I was spoiled by that first one. Stop it. Spoiled by that first catch, the rest have been dinks. There you go. Man, that little dude smoked it like he was a giant. He's not. Well, the fluke is still catching them. Our size average has plummeted. Par for the course on this channel. Dinking with Debo. That's all right. We're still catching fish. I love it. This has been one of the years that I have got out to fish some of the least in recent history. So I cherish any day I can get out to fish, you know, with family stuff and work and all those adult things that are not the funnest, but you gotta do them. Kind of puts a cramp in the old fishing sometimes. Whoa. Stay tuned for more expert tips with Debo. Back on the board, had a bit of a lull there. But it's still catching them. Had to move spots, man. Went all the way around, but in the sun, they were not biting down there. I got the sun behind me here, still a little bit of shade. One more to the tally. The old Zoom fluke, man. Such a good little fish catcher around grass and stuff when bass are chasing the old bait fish. Catching them today. How's your fishing going over there, Dizzle? Oh, it's pretty slow, Debo. Wish I was good at fishing as you are. Well, Dizzle, maybe you should put down that jig and throw a fluke or something. No. Jig for life. Another monster. Another monster. See, Dizzle, you should switch to the fluke. I'm still catching them. No, Debo, I'll get on a jig bite. Jigs for life, bro. Jigs for life. All right, dude, keep throwing that jig. I'll keep catching these donkey fish. Could be a little bit better on the Fluke. Definitely some grass out here though. I can't tell what exactly he's in. What is that? Just in the grass stuff out there. Boy, he's upset about it too. Yo, that's another good fish. That is way better than I thought it was. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. On the Fluke, on the simple little Fluke. All right, there we go. 3 pounds, 11 ounces. Had a 3 1/4. Now 3 1/2 pounder. Look at that. Good, solid fish. I will take some chunks like that all day, dude. Okay, Fluke doing work for us. Another one. Thanks for eating, big girl. All right, fishing friends, really fun day on the water. And again, another day catching fish on the Fluke. It's a bait, like I said in the video, I tend to forget about it. I tend to go to a stick bait over this, you know, as a weightless plastic, but the Fluke is one of the, if not the, claimed by many people, the best soft plastic bait you can take out to ponds and lakes and stuff, especially when fish are targeting bait. That's the key. Now, people might say, oh, the chatterbait's better, or this or that's better. When fish are actively targeting bait fish, just like I had there on the edges of that grass, outside of that grass where it was a little deeper, chasing the bait fish in and out of that stuff, the Fluke is such a good lure because it's just like a hard jerk bait. You can pop it and it's erratic, and then you just let it fall. And as I said in the video, that's all I was doing was pop, 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 and then just letting it. So it's going all crazy and then just falling, right? And they'll kind of do like a spiral nosedive down depending on how you hook it. But I just had it rigged up weightless on a 3 or 4/0 hook. I don't remember which, an EWG hook. And that's it. That's that Tennessee, is it Tennessee Shiner, I think is the name of it. I'll have everything linked below, rod, reel, line, lure, and all that. You can check it out. Of course, I am partnered up with Tackle Warehouse, so anytime you use that link, little kickback does come back to me, but if you find it cheaper somewhere else, or you have a place you like to shop, go shop there. But this is such a natural bait fish looking profile. You've got the dark on top, that kind of pearly silver on the bottom. It just imitates so many things. It can look like a juvenile bluegill. It can look like a little bass. It just like so natural, that color. Shiner, just the regular shiner color, like in the Reaction Innovations, and a lot of the shiner colors around here tend to be one that do the best for me. Now for our rod reel line here, this is the new Shimano Intenza. I didn't pick up the casting rod. I only got the spinning rod. Revamped it. If you remember well, I don't have it here, but the old Intenza had like black and red. It had like a weird kind of Velcro-y almost type grip to it. They got rid of all that. They went to a sleeker, you know, more kind of usual black, gold accents, and cork grips. Same thing for on the casting rods. They went with cork grips, which I think, I mean, I personally don't care about grips. There's some I like better than others, but I think a lot of people are very high on cork grips only. Comfort is the biggest thing to me. I don't care if it's EVA, some other crazy stuff. It has to be comfortable in my hand, and this one certainly is, because as a spinning reel or a spinning rig, I like it when it's very low profile here. I don't like big lumps and bumps and like where they try to do a bunch of crazy stuff. I tend to hold it with all my fingers in front of the reel like this, or I'll put my pinky behind the reel and fish it like this when I'm doing real finesse stuff. Now, if I'm working a Fluke or something like that, you know, I might hold it like this, but usually I hold it like this, and I don't like a bunch of stuff up here. So real low profile, kind of flat, that's my preference. So fit in hand is awesome. I'm ashamed to say I was fishing a drop shot on this. You'll see that in the Debo versus Dizzle challenge video coming up here, but this is what I was throwing the Fluke on, and this one I did rig up with 100%. This is a Topwater copolymer. This is the 10 pound from P-Line, the Topwater, because I thought I might do some small walking baits on it or some other stuff. I took the combos out that day, and this was all I had, so I'm like, well, guess I'm throwing the Fluke on this. So did have a couple hiccups with line. Anytime you put just a straight like fluorocarbon or copolymer mono on a spinning reel like this, you have a couple hiccups. It does help if you heat your spool after you put the line on it in warm water. That line will kind of constrict and form to the shape of this spool, not the spool of line you took it off of. But I just had a couple mishaps. After I pulled those out, it was fine the rest of the day. But I did go with a straight copolymer on here. Usually I always go braid to a leader, but said, what the heck, I'll just do that. I was getting ready, and that's what I did. Now the specs here you can see on this rod, this is a 7-foot medium extra fast. Now this is not going to be exactly like your extra fast casting rods because all spinning rods tend to run a little soft. So even if I just take my line here, you can't really see it, but that bend is going down into the blank a good ways. More of what I would call like a moderate fast or fast in like a casting rod, like it gets down there a decent amount. So it was still perfect for working the Fluke. I didn't have any issues with it. I liked it. And I tend to like a little bit stiffer spinning rod or casting rod when I've got a Fluke like that. Not super stiff to where I can't cast it, but when I'm popping it through that grass and such, I want to have a little bit of backbone to it. Not a super noodly crankbait rod that when I'm trying to work, it's just going... The reel, I'll be honest, I don't mess with a ton of other spinning reels. I've got some Daiwa, some Shimano, under $100. I got this one. This is the Abu Garcia Revo SX, and it's a sweet little reel. In hand, oh, damn drop shot. In hand, very comfortable. I wish this was a little bit bigger. I don't like the tiny knobs. Y'all know me, I'm not a fan of like itsy bitsy finesse tiny knobs. I like some meat there to grab onto. Anyway, when I've really got to crank hard on it, you know what I mean? I like to get a good purchase on my reel. So I would personally like a little bit bigger handle knobs, but in hand it's light. It balances this out extremely well. And that's the biggest thing to me is a combo has to be comfortable. I don't care if it's a $10,000 combo or a $50 combo. If it's not comfortable, if it hurts my hand, there's a hot spot anywhere, or is hitting my knuckle or anything, I'm not going to want to fish it. So this one has felt very good. We'll have some more videos on this. Like I said, I was fishing a drop shot on this, but yeah, I really like that combo. Now today's subscribed fishing friend is my guy, Bassil's Chap. He commented on my Corrado M review. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I did get the brand new Corrado series, the M. Did a review, breakthrough, and everything on it, showing it. He said he's still waiting for the old Zebco 33 review. Listen, I learned on a Zebco 33 along with, you know, a number of other reels, hand-me-downs and stuff from Dad. There's nothing wrong with those, especially if you want to skip docks and stuff with them. If you have trouble skipping, there is no shame in a push-button Zebco to get that job done. I don't have any hate in that. So listen, the thing with gear is, you know, I'm a gear nerd, and all this wouldn't be possible without all of you. I would have a lot more limited tackle, way more, you know, edged down to a few things. Just like a lot of you out there, times are tough now for a lot of people, and I get that. So please don't get the mistake that I have all this, you know, crazy stuff and everything's amazing. It's because of all of you and because you all like the gear reviews so much and like to see me tinker with things and break things apart and take them apart and tell you. It's because of all of you that I can do this. And I honestly am a gear nerd. I love messing with different reels and trying different rods and being able to use my experience with this to help people out, because you go to Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's or Gander, you walk down the aisle of any of those places and it's a lot to take in. They've got so many different rods, reels, and I'm always blown away by, through the years, the number of people that have said, you helped me pick this combo and I loved it, or, you know, we talked about this reel compared to that one and I got it and I absolutely love it. So that means a lot to me that I can continue to help people out and do this stuff. So please, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for watching, supporting. You know, you don't need to send lures. You don't need to donate on the lives or anything. Watching, commenting every video, or as many as you can, you know, with your personal life, is all that I need. And truly, I appreciate the heck out of that. So there'll be more fun videos. I've got another couple reviews I'm going to do. Somebody, who was it? James Barron gave the recommendation. I have to take a lot of screenshots because I'm horrible at remembering things these days. But he said you should do a ranking of all the different Corrados. In that Corrado M video, I had a bunch of old different Corrados out there and talking about them. And it would be fun to take the trip down memory lane and look at each one, talk about them, things I liked, didn't like, stuff like that. Things like that that I can do to help you all out and just kind of nerd out over fishing and get you away from everyday life for a little bit and have fun. So listen, it's enough for me. I need to keep editing. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time.